Hey guys, welcome back to more training here at Click Track Profit. Continuing on with the Click module, we are going to talk about podcasting. Yep, this could be the most important traffic source you've never used. Maybe you are familiar with podcasting. If not, let's dive into a few of the stats. Some podcasting stats that are going to blow your mind. Over 22% of the U.S. population, listens to podcasts each and every week. 45% of those listeners have an income of over $250,000 a year. The demographics are pretty even, 52% male, 48% female. Podcasts are very mobile. They're usually listened to when people are doing other things. But still a big healthy percentage of them listen to their podcasts at home and at work as well. 69% of listeners were attracted to the ads played during the podcast. Wow. Over almost $500 million, $514 million in ad revenue via podcasts alone last year. And 14% of all podcasts were business related. And all of these numbers translate into a huge opportunity. And simply put, podcasts drive traffic, they drive revenue, and they drive brand awareness. Now, here's the best thing about podcasting. You can create one basically for free. So we're going to go over a few of the tools that you can use with zero, and I mean zero out-of-pocket expense. First of all, you're going to need some good software. I've used Audacity for all of my podcasts that I've recorded over the years. If you want it to go straight to audio, this is the best software around, and it's free, and you can download it at audacityteam.org. This is a very basic, but still, you can do a lot with it, audio editing program. So you're going to need the software to record the podcast. Now, there's plenty of other tools you can use that upload your source files for free. Anchor.fm is a really cool software platform as well. But for me, Audacity is it's great. It's open source. It's free. You can't go wrong with using that software. Next, you're going to need some hardware. Now, I said it's not no out-of-pocket expenses because most of you can get a really decent sound recording from the microphone you have with your computer. Now, I've taken it another step further. I have the Blue Yeti USB mic. This is my go-to microphone for all my recordings, all my podcasts, my webinars. It can become pricey, but this is a fantastic USB microphone that is very affordable. I think I paid about $120, $130 for this microphone. But if you're just getting started, use what you can. So if you've got a simple microphone, a USB microphone that's included with your computer, your laptop, you're good to go. Finally, the hosting. You're going to need a place to actually put these podcasts. Now, hello, Hive. This is another tip of the hat to the Hive blockchain. There's an application on Hive called dSound, and you can try it out, dsound.io. It's fantastic. All you need is your login information for Hive, and you can use this app. This is what I use when I'm hosting podcasts and putting them up because, again, I'm a big fan of decentralization. I'm a big fan of the Hive blockchain, but there's lots of free options out there. Of course, the more you pay, the more features your podcast will have, but you don't need anything out of pocket right now. This is just, in my opinion, you can go straight to becoming a podcast publisher with a simple microphone using Audacity and then uploading it to dSound. So obviously there is add-ons. Like I said, the more you pay, obviously the more features you'll get. I like putting an outro and an intro into my podcast. Now, I am not an audio technician. I'm not that smart when it comes to audio stuff. So I go to Fiverr and I actually paid someone to create an intro and an outro for my podcast. Now, it cost me maybe $30, I think it was. So it was great money spent, and it really gives your podcast a professional sound and feel to it. Again, the cost there for Fiverr is like $10 to $50. It's not a necessity, but it will really make your podcast stick out. Remember, this is a secret traffic generating secret. A lot of people don't use podcasts, but here it is. You can basically for $30 here get a fantastic podcast up and running with a professional intro and outro. It will make you stick out like a sore thumb. This is really, really important and a great way to separate yourself from the competition. So here's the skinny. I can almost guarantee you very few people that watch this training will take action on it. That's like I said, you want to stick out, take action, and then maybe get a podcast intro and outro. Why? Because it takes dedication, a little bit of homework on the tech side of things, and effort each and every week to create the content. But consistency is the key when it comes to podcasting. Don't just create one podcast once a year or once a month. I would suggest do it in every week, 1 day a week. Create the podcast and bang. And if you do it though, like I say here, you're going to stand out from the crowd and you're going to attract a whole different audience. Remember that audience that I told you about with all the demographics in the start of this video? The majority of the people that listen to podcasts have incomes of $250,000 a year. That's kind of an audience you want to be around. So again, most people won't take action on this video and this lesson. If you do, that's who you could potentially be attracting to your content and your business. So you can build a podcast for free, and if you're using the Hive blockchain and the D-Sound application, it's brilliant. It's absolutely fantastic. You're almost killing two birds with one stone there. You're creating the content, plus you're getting paid for doing it on the Hive blockchain, which is a win-win. So again, I'm beating a dead horse here, but this is really important. You got to remember that thousands of people will see this lesson in Click Track Profit. Very few will take action on it. So are you going to be the person that sits and says, yeah, I'll do a podcast when I'm ready? Or are you going to roll up your sleeves and look into this right now? Remember, you don't need anything out of pocket to get this started. You can get Audacity for free. You can host on Hive and D-Sound for free. You can even use the microphone you have right now. You don't need an intro and outro yet, but maybe it's something to look into. But you can get started right now for free. And if you remember those demographics, this is something that could pay off big down the road if you take action today.